Hey everyone, it's Laurie from Quick Scrap Craft. Welcome back to the channel. Today I have got a pocket page process video for you. And if you are new to the channel, you've never watched any of the videos before, then let me tell you about these pocket pages that I do. I think I started doing them for my 2020 photos. And basically I take photos that don't really need to be their own layout and I put them all together in a pocket page. And I've been using the collection that Simple Stories does every year. The names change, but there's always some sort of monthly collection where each pattern paper has a name, it goes with the month, and it's got calendars, and it's just very much like an everyday. You could even use it as a planner type collection, but I use it for these monthly pocket pages that I do. So I just put January pictures together in a pocket page, February pictures, etc., and there's always some sort of calendar piece to go with it. And so I'll circle the days on the calendar that mark which dates these photos were taken. It's just something really easy to do to get a lot of these photos scrapbooked so that I'm not spending a lot of time trying to scrapbook every little single tidbit, every little single thing that happened that month. And it saves some space in my scrapbook albums as well. And then also saves some supplies because I'm not I have to buy the whole Simple Stories collection for these, but I'm not using up a full, multiple sheets of 12 by 12 paper to complete one of these layouts. So the pocket pages that I purchased are from scrapbook.com. I'm not getting paid to tell you that. I just purchased them there. They have a lot of selection in terms of the designs of the pocket pages. So the one I'm using here is all 4x6 vertical. And I chose that one because the majority of the photos that I had from last February were all vertical. And I feel like I take mainly vertical photos. Maybe that's just because I use my camera or use my phone to take the photos and I'm always holding my phone in a vertical way. So this pocket page just seemed to fit really well. I had one horizontal photo and down there at the bottom, you can see that I cut that photo down to a 3x4 size. And I chose 3x4 because then you still get some of the matting of the pattern paper around it, but also there are 3x4 cut aparts on this piece of pattern paper that I'm using from February, and I wanted to create pieces that would mimic each other. So if I have a 3x4 photo, I can do a similar design with a 3x4 cut apart on another 4x6 piece of pattern paper. With these pocket pages, a lot of times each pocket kind of becomes its own layout. So what I'm trying to do on this side of the layout is, sort of create a cohesive 12 by 12 looking piece. And what I always do first is kind of figure out where do I want the photos to go. And I will put them in the pockets just because it's easier to do it that way. But a lot of times I'm taking stuff out of the pockets and moving things around. So I just like to know where are my photos going to go and then what extra pieces do I need to add to it. And especially when you're only using one piece of pattern paper like this, you want to make sure that you have enough pattern paper to go around. So you can see on the back side there, I've got a 3x4 cut apart that I already put down, and that's on the same pattern paper as what's on the front. I think I had originally wanted to do a full bottom piece with just pattern paper, and I was like, it didn't really seem to be working based on how I had designed that middle piece with the smaller 3x4 photo. So, sometimes you have to rearrange things. I will say, do not stick anything down that could get in the way of opening the pocket because until the very, very end, because otherwise it's going to be really hard to move things around. So anyway, I will let you know that scrapbook.com does have other styles. Like I said before, sometimes they do all horizontal 4x6s. They also have 4x4 squares, 3 rows of 4x4 squares. They also have one where it's like a long strip, 2, I think 4x6 horizontal, and something where there were like 2, maybe there are 3 4x6 horizontal and then 2 4x6 vertical. It's a pretty cool design. I have seen other ones that use smaller squares, but the scrapbook.com ones don't come in that style. But anyway, there are lots of different styles of these that you can find to fit whatever you need to do. And they don't just come in 12 by 12. You can do this with a smaller size. I have 6 by 8 pocket pages that I've done my December daily photos with. So lots of different ways, lots of different sizes and things that you can do depending on the sizes that you normally scrapbook and how you like to scrapbook. So now I have on this front side just 3 full pocket photos. One of them on the top is of my daughter with her Girl Scout rewards that she earned from her fall product program. Just a note, she's still selling Candy Nuts magazines and tumblers and Girl Scout themed bark boxes. If you're interested, the deadline to order is December 3rd. Let me know in the comments and I can send you her link. All the money, well, some of the money goes toward our troop so that we can do fun and field trips and things like that and buy supplies, the badges and all of that type of thing. And then, of course, the rest of it goes to the Girl Scouts. But anyway, the next photo is just a silly photo that my daughter and I took while we were playing in her room one day. And on the bottom, it's a photo of my hand. I was relaxing, watching TV and doing, you know how they have face masks for your face? Well, this was like a mask for your hand. I can't say that it really made much of a difference, but I think somebody had sent it to me and I was just finally getting around to using it. And obviously to denote that these photos are from February, I used the big 4x6 February cut apart in one of the pockets. It is on its side. I don't really mind that. And I am going to zhuzh that one up a little bit by adding a few more embellishments to it. But what I was focusing on was just getting some of these pattern paper 4x6 pieces done. So next to the one with the photo, I just created another little, basically an embellishment cluster thing going on. I used a scrap piece from the January paper and then added a couple of the embellishments on top of that just to make a non-photo mini layout. You know, that's kind of what each of these, I said before, what each of these pocket pages are. And then I like to add right on top of the pocket page, right on top of the plastic, a couple stickers, word phrase stickers, maybe a few enamel dots or something, just to add a little bit of visual interest to each photo. So for here's where I'm adding a couple things. I really wanted to have a number 2 because obviously February is the second month of the year, and both the chipboard and the die cut 2 were a little big to keep it, to turn the other way. So while the February is on its side, the number 2 with the little hashtag sticker there is going to be facing upwards. And then I will add a piece of what I like about Simple Stories. All their collections have such a variety of stuff. So there are these border stickers, these paper border stickers. So I'm just going to add one of those. And because I have stuff on the other side of that one, obviously I can't just bring that paper sticker over on the other side. It's going to look weird. So I had to cut it off. But that is a really good thing to note, that you can use both sides of a cut apart, right? So the front of the cut apart says February, but the back of it had that pattern paper, and I used the back of it to create the little mini layout that you see there. So you don't have to be doing 2 separate pieces of paper in one pocket. You can do something on the front side and then flip it over and do something on the back, and then you're saving paper so that you can use that paper elsewhere on your layout. Down here at the bottom, I've got 2 photos on the top and then a little mini page. And then I think I have 1 photo on the bottom, and I'm going to do 2 little mini pages. So the back of the thing on the front there had 2 cut aparts, and I didn't want to use 2 cut aparts. I didn't really like the way it looked. They're both end up on their side because this is a vertical and they're really more horizontal. So I'm covering that up with an extra of that heart pattern paper. So that's going to go over that. The thing in the middle, and I'm actually going to grab the layout so I can look at it in person while I talk to you guys about it. I have to find it. Haven't been doing that much scrapbooking yet this month, but you know, it's still early. The thing in the middle, that's where I had the 3x4 photo on one side, and the back side of it was another 4x6 cut apart. It's sort of a grid paper or grid style, and on the side it says O2 for the record. So that could be used for journaling or something, but I already did the journaling in the little mini layout that went on the left-hand side of it. So I knew I didn't want to use it for journaling, and I think I thought wasn't going to have enough of the heart pattern paper cut aparts. I don't think I did, actually. So I knew I couldn't do heart patterns in the center there. So what I end up doing is just using that backside page. I found a giant cut apart that says today is the day, and I'm going to pop that up on some foam dots for some extra dimension, but then kind of just do just a few embellishments around it so you can still see the part where it says for the record. Today is the day is basically the focus of that piece. And so it's kind of nice because it's almost like you're on a diagonal with the 3x4 at the top and the 3x4 at the bottom, and then you just have this like extra bonus piece in the middle, almost like, I don't know, that's more the focal point because it's in the center. And then I've got just similar embellishments going around it. So little phrase stickers from that Simple Stories collection, enamel dots, the same kind of hearts that you're seeing on some of the other little mini layouts that I did. So I think it ends up turning out really well. The photos on this side, one is from a plane. We flew to St. Louis in February, and so that was the view from the plane with the clouds. The other one is me. It was a spa face mask that was designed to, it has an image of like a corgi on it. So you're supposed to have a corgi face. And then down at the bottom, my daughter got to be a cheerleader for the day at a middle school basketball game. So, oh my gosh, this is over with. And here are the close-ups. I hope this was inspiring for you. Give this video a thumbs up like if you enjoyed watching it. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And let me know down in the comments if you guys use pocket pages on a regular basis and what you use them for. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.